Good evening, welcome to QT News.
Good evening.
A North Queensland woman is recovering in hospital after a remarkable survival story. 17 days. The Turkish Prime Minister has called for calm in the wake of violent protests which have claimed more than 20 lives. Meantime, the Nobel Prize for Chemistry has been awarded to 3 scientists who have helped revolutionise the microscope.
This large sinkhole east of LAX is in urgent need of repair. According to the Department of Public Works, there is now slope erosion in
Today's heavy rainfall has not been the only worry for this massive The sinkhole has been here since December of last year. Authorities are yet to clean up the damage, citing a lack of funding as a reason why.
$20,000. 2,200 people take their lives in Australia every year. 80% are male. The hidden cost a staggering $17 billion a year. That's the bill for treating the tens of thousands who have survived suicide attempts.
Tragically, an Australian will take their life once every 3.5 hours. And what's more frightening than this is that a person will attempt suicide once every 8 minutes. Good evening. It was hot and muggy across Brisbane today, but this could lead to the development of a few showers across the southeast. Around Queensland's southeast, Brisbane reached 31 today. Clouds rolled in this afternoon across the Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast, while Ipswich was a hot 35. Around the major cities tomorrow, clouds expected over Sydney and Canberra. Melbourne will see the sun reaching 23, and Hobart and Perth can both expect some showers. Back in Queensland now, Mount Isa's hot run continues with 38 predicted for the second day in a row. Nearly 350 cars were put through to the test, but judges say that new technologies do not necessarily equate to higher prices. The ceasefire in Ukraine is under more pressure, with separatist fighters close to overrunning Donetsk airport. More than 300 people have been killed in the region since the ceasefire came into force a month ago. French archaeologists have identified some of the oldest Neanderthal remains ever found. They say the 200,000-year-old bones will give a fresh insight into...
Taxi drivers already have access to passenger names, phone numbers and their home addresses, with further concerns that these new audio devices could breach fundamental civil liberties. Police believe the jewellery found during the raids was used as a form of currency used to purchase the drugs.
It's hoped these discoveries will help paleontologists uncover the age-old mystery of how these prehistoric creatures became extinct. Facebook users could be next in line to enrol online as organ donors, following the release of results that the number of organ donations in Australia has decreased since 2011. Thanks, Kane. France's Iron Lady, the Eiffel Tower, has had a facelift. Segments of the first level floor have been replaced with solid glass, giving visitors a different view to the city below.
Currently, Leeds Student Union is the first student union to ban bottled water, and following these progressive green footsteps, the fund hopes to engage students who are unreached and teach them about the importance of sustainability.
And rugby league fans are gearing up for their grand final on Sunday between Melbourne Storm and Canterbury Bulldogs. Good evening, time to take a look at the weather. Sunny skies continued around the city today, with temperatures reaching a mild 24 degrees. Elsewhere around the southeast, it was fine and 23 on both the Sunshine
In Watch Past will analyse a range of factors before deciding how to convict Murray on November 29th. A major factor is whether he has a record of complaints with state medical boards. Presently, he has no disciplinary action against him prior Jackson's death. So, will this mean that he'll get the maximum 4-year jail time or a minimum probation period? Well, it will all be decided at the end of November. Thanksgiving. It's known as a time for family gatherings, good food, and of course, lots and lots of shopping. Retail sales broke records during this past Thanksgiving Black Friday sales. Mark Zuckerberg invented Facebook with the objective of connecting Harvard students. And now it appears that it's taking over the world. It's become a social media giant. So it's up to you as a student to use it appropriately. This is Namrata signing off for College Beat Productions. Gaddafi's son Saif al-Islam once vowed to die fighting on Libyan soil. Now he's ready to face international justice to avoid meeting the same grisly end as his father. An official has come out to say that Saif Ali. The Republican presidential nomination process is to begin in just a few weeks, so news that Herman Cain, one of the 7 candidates who has officially dropped out of the race, will surely change the game. On July 20th, 1969, humankind witnessed a historical moment as man first landed on the moon. 42 years later, we can see another major development as the human race prepares once again to return to the big, glowing sphere in the night sky. It is expected that the first commercial venture to the moon will be in 2012. Every semester, CSU LB students are given the opportunity to critique and to evaluate their professors. But how effective are these teacher evaluations? Do they really make a difference to teachers' learning styles, or are students just participating in a semi-annual ritual? Cell phones. They're the most significant communication devices that we possess, and their function has gone beyond mere conversational use. We use them for everything from social networking down to internet surfing, and in turn we use them to disseminate our personal information. But have you ever thought about where this private information could end up? Well, now it's being auctioned off. If the treatment does work, humanity may see an end to food allergies. But this does raise an important ethical debate. Should we as humans be able to alter a genetic code? Should we be able to play the role of a higher power, ultimately changing our genetic molds? That's a question that you need to answer. Here again, it's Christmas at Leeds University. This week marks the opening of the annual Christmas fair, the perfect place to pick up some gifts for your friends and family and say hi to this big guy over here. The Occupy movement. It started in New York in September and it has now expanded to the West Coast, reaching Los Angeles, Riverside and now even Long Beach.